Issei.
This is wrong.
Hello everyone, welcome to What If Issei started a forbidden relationship with Venelana and Grayfia movie. Before we start, please go support kizunaddraig for writing that awesome fanfic. This is the translated version I made. There will be some mistaken character's gender, but of course Issei is a male. Hyoudou Issei, who thought he could live happily with his harem, would see that it is impossible now, since those who were the women he loved are now only companions, sisters and friends, all due to a curse that was given by God to all demons, whether pure or not, thus causing him to lose their love, even if they do not hate him, although fate will give him another chance to be with someone, and that person's name is Venelana Bael. Can he be happy with her? The beginning of a forgetfulness and a new love. Hyoudou Issei, the legendary Sekiryuutei, the one who with the help of his companions and the legendary hacker Yuku, managed to eradicate the Cow's Bridge, as well as the son of the original Mayu who created it, Risavum Livan Lucifer, who died at the hands of his grandson Vali Lucifer, the current hacker Yuku. After that all the factions allied to destroy the beast of the apocalypse, the Trixa, which was released by Risavum himself to bring about the destruction of the underworld and create his desired world where demons would control everything. For the good of all he was killed, and the supernatural world as well as human are safe and better than ever, but for one not. Hyoudou Issei had now spent the last few months alone at home, although that's what he felt, but all of them were still there with him and supported him, but the love they once felt for him, that love that made their hearts beat for him, had disappeared. They still didn't understand it, but even so, they didn't see Issei with boredom or contempt. They still felt something, but that something is only that of seeing him as a brother or friend, which made the Sekiryuutei suffer, who had distanced himself from the girls of the Gremory group because he didn't want to feel that pain caused by seeing that they no longer loved him. Although one day everything would change for him. One afternoon he was called by Succubus Gremory for a family dinner which his fiancée Rias would also attend, as well as Succubus's wife Venolana, and without further ado Issei had to attend the dinner. In it Rias told her father about her days at school, as well as with her new friends, and how she got along with her entourage, since almost all of them were in high school. Always being listened to by her father, who smiled and laughed at what his daughter told him, while her mother watched the conversation between father and daughter with a smile, although she looked repeatedly at Issei, who sighed while looking away without much importance to the conversation, and it was noticeable that he felt that he did not belong there now. Since after half an hour of being in the chair Issei gets tired. Issei, I'm sorry Otu-sama and Oka-sama, but I'm leaving, said the brown-haired man getting up from the chair. What's wrong, Issei? Are you feeling sick? The Redeed asked, smiling. Don't you want Rias to take care of you? Otu-sama, don't say that, said the embarrassed Redeed Issei. I'm sure she's fine and it's nothing serious, isn't it Issei? Hi, Rias is nothing, so if you excuse me, said the brown-haired man, leaving while being followed with the gaze of Venolana without him realizing because he was deep in his thoughts. Is something wrong, Venolana? Succubus asked, confused. No, calm down, darling, said the brunette, standing up. If you'll excuse me, I have things to do, so daughter and honey, enjoy your meal. Saying that, Venolana leaves the place, standing behind the door without them noticing. Sigh, Oka-sama is finally gone, said the Redeed Rias, sighing in relief. Something wrong, Rias? What's wrong? You look a bit strange, just like Issei. The Redeed asked worriedly. It's all over, Otu-sama, said the Redeed. I don't love Issei anymore, and neither does he love me. What are you talking about? They seem happy together, and from what you've told me, it's true, the Redeed said, confused. Everything is fake, Otu-sama, for the most part, said the Redeed, sighing. I stopped loving Issei a long time ago, but I don't hate or despise him. I see him as at first a simple younger brother, a friend, even with everything he did for me, and I'm not the only one. What do you mean? The Redeed asked seriously. The others also feel the same way I do about Issei, and he knows it, even though we haven't told him, said the Redeed sadly. I don't know why it happened, but I feel bad for Issei. He did everything for us, and now we leave him because we don't love him anymore, even though we have no idea why this happens. I was afraid of it, said the Redeed, sighing, looking seriously at his daughter. Rias, it's not your fault, this is something that some demons have by nature. What do you mean, Otu-sama? The Redeed asked, confused. What do you mean, demons have this? That's right, I looked into that subject a while ago, and it turns out that God, seeing that we betrayed him to do what we wanted, cursed us for all eternity, although when he died the effectiveness of the curse dropped considerably, said the Redeed seriously. This is what we have for leaving God. We can't be with the first partner we loved, and that is stronger if the one you love has a doubtful heart or hesitates about whether they love you or not, and Issei was at first, but even so the curse advanced. What was the original percentage and what is the current one? The Redeed asked seriously. I needed to know, Otu-sama. Ah, sigh, the original was 75%, the majority had more than 40 women, only to end up with 4, said the Redeed seriously, and that was the case with some coveted women who were shared with this, which caused the wars, and that is how some rights were taken away from them to avoid it. With the death of God now the percentage of the curse passing is 5 to 20%. It can be, said the surprised Redeed, just by following what we wanted we ended up so badly. I still can't believe it. I know Rias, it's difficult at first, but you'll get used to it quickly, said the Redeed seriously, I tell you from experience. What are you talking about, Otu-sama? The Redeed asked, confused, realizing. Don't tell me that. That's right, I stopped loving your mother 18 years ago, unfortunately, said the Redeed seriously. Shortly after you were born, I focused so much on taking care of you that I didn't realize it, but when I saw that she wasn't sleeping with her anymore, I found out about it and investigated, discovering what I told you, and I never expected or wished for that to happen to you, Rias. It's not your fault, Otu-sama, the Redeed said in shock. Then Oka-sama must be suffering. I doubt it, Rias said the Redeed seriously, the curse affects both individuals who love each other, if you stop loving him so does the other, although the partner of the one who receives the curse suffers due to the loss the first weeks, and then returns to his normal form. In short words, your mother and I no longer love each other at all, I don't feel anything for her, nor she for me. What I experienced and his love was fake. The Redeed asked surprised. No, our love for you was true, Rias, the only false thing was the love we had for each other, and we both had agreed that once you got married we would separate forever, but it seems that I think that happened a little sooner than we thought, said the Redeed smiling. Your mother is now free to do what she wants, well, or so she would like to say. What do you mean, Otu-sama? The Redeed asked, confused. Once we separate, she can't date anyone for over a decade. If she does, technically, the council would arrest her. And well, you know what can happen, right? The Redeed asked seriously. I understand, said the Redeed, understanding. Oka-sama won't be able to have a partner for long, and I don't know if she'll succeed, but I hope so. I also think the same, Rias said the Redeed seriously. I would support your mother if she was in love with someone, since she is a friend to me, but nothing more than that. I see, I wish you luck, said the Redeed sighing. Otu-sama, I'm sorry, but I'll return to Kuoh and talk about this with the other girls, since they feel the same as me. Wow, now that you mention it, I'm quite surprised they all went through that, the Redeed said seriously. Could it be because some of them are your pieces? Or perhaps because they live together? Well, I'll investigate that later. I have some pending things to do. Very well, Otu-sama, then see you, said the Redeed disappearing in a magic circle. Moments later Succubus did the same and disappeared from the place. What no one knew was that Venelana Bael had heard the entire conversation and was determined on what she was going to do, so she left that place in a specific direction, and that was the hot springs of the mansion. In the waters was Hyoudou Issei taking a bath in them, looking at the sky. Why did this happen? The brunette said, looking at his left hand. Why did Rias and the others leave me? And even more so, why did I leave them? Unfortunately, in all my life I have never seen anything like this, Issei said Draig seriously. I still don't know the reason why Issei happened, and I'm still looking for an answer, but I regret nothing. Never mind, Draig, let's forget about that already, said the brown-haired boy smiling. They might be happier with others, and I hope they are. I see, I wish you luck, Issei, and don't make too much noise, said Draig to cut the communication. I won't do it, said the brown-haired boy sighing without understanding much of what Draig said until he heard some footsteps. Who is it? But he doesn't receive any response until he feels something soft on his back and decides to look back to get a big surprise that he would never have expected. Oka? Veen. Edo, said the brunette, nervous and blushing when he saw Venelana Bael completely naked and with only a towel covering her body, which would make any woman want to have a W. What are you doing? Issei, I want to ask you a question, can I? Said the brunette, looking into his eyes. Why? Yeah, said the brown-haired boy, trying not to do something he would regret for the rest of his life. Do you find me attractive? Asked the brunette, staring at Issei. If I'm honest, you're one of the most attractive women I've ever seen, said the blushing brunette. I see, said the brunette, smiling. Another question, do you want me? If I'm honest, I've wanted to have her more than once, said the brunette seriously. If you weren't married, I would have told you all this before. I see, I'm glad, said the brunette, smiling. At least you are. Even so, it shouldn't be like this. Her husband could come and we would be in trouble, said the brunette seriously. Who cares about that now? Said the brunette. He and I are nothing anymore. Said the brown-haired boy, being interrupted by a kiss from Venelana, which greatly surprised Issei, but after a few seconds he reciprocates by taking her by the waist. Venelana, you know this can't happen, you're married. I was, the brunette said seriously. Succubus and I stopped loving each other years ago, and we were only together so Rias could grow up in a normal family, and once she got married we would separate forever. I see, said the brown-haired man, understanding, so that means you don't belong to anyone, right? No, technically I'm not with anyone or dating anyone, said the brunette smiling. So I don't have to hold back, right? The brunette asked, looking at her. That's right, you can do it, said the brunette smiling, caressing Issei's cheek. Don't hold back. So if you allow me, said the brunette, kissing her passionately so that she ends up lying on the floor of the place and begins to massage her breasts. I want to do this so much. Lemon skipped. I know, said the brunette, shaken and agitated, lying down on Issei's chest. I love you. And I love you, said the brown-haired man, kissing her arm. By the way, Venelana, was there someone outside? Not everyone came out, said the brunette, smiling, looking at something on her left shoulder. Is this it? You are marked by me, Venelana, said the brunette seriously. Now you are only mine and the only one who will be my partner. I see, said the brunette, smiling. The only woman in the Sekiryuutei makes me happy. Venelana, I want you to explain everything to me and why you and Succubus no longer love each other, said the brunette seriously, as well as everything else you know. Well, I wasn't going to hide it, said the brunette seriously. Issei, we demons have a curse since the first ones were created, given by God. What? The brown-haired man said in surprise. I want to know more. Well, I'll tell you everything, said the brunette, telling her everything. That's the whole reason. I see, said the brown-haired boy, smiling. I thought Rias and the others left me for being an idiot, but I see it's not their fault. Well, it doesn't matter, I have you. I'm glad, Issei, said the brunette, smiling. I want to sleep with you tonight. It's been years since I've slept with someone I love. It would be an honor, said the brunette, smiling, kissing her, getting up to carry her walking. Saying that, they both sleep in the room that was given to Issei a little over a year ago, where they were hugging each other the whole time. The forbidden relationship begins. Hyoudou Issei was waking up after his comforting rest at the hands of his new beloved Venelana, who was sleeping on the chest of the brown-haired man, who only smiled at seeing her, letting her sleep. Seriously, now I am happy, said the brown-haired boy in a soft whisper. I never felt this even when I was with Rias and the others, but why? That must be because she is now 100% your wife, said Drake in Issei's mind. What do you mean, Drake? Explain to you, said the brown-haired man. In short, she is now completely yours, the woman you love the most and the one who will never leave you for anything in the world. That is your beloved that you have now, said Drake. I see, that makes sense, said the brown-haired man, smiling. She is the woman I love and the only one I will give my heart to. Sure, you know you're a dragon and you can and sometimes should have a harem, said Drake. I know that, but right now I don't care at all about the harem. I already had one and I lost it. Having another one, I don't think, is the best option, said the brown-haired boy, smiling. I'm sorry I've already said this, but it must be impossible. Maybe it's my imagination. It is possible that bucking you will kill your neurons, hahaha, said Drake, laughing. Shut up, overdeveloped lizard, said the brown-haired boy, annoyed. Seriously, you talk just for the sake of talking. Sometimes you drive me crazy, but thanks to you I'm still alive. I've reached this point thanks to you, and I'm grateful for that, Drake. You're flattering me, Issei. I just helped a perverted idiot not to be alone for life, said Drake, laughing. And sometimes I hate you, said the brown-haired boy angrily, but what does it matter as long as Venelana is okay? It doesn't matter. I'm glad you think that way about me, Issei, said the brunette, smiling on the brunette's chest. S. Since when? The brunette said, surprised and confused. Since you started talking to Drake, said the brunette, smiling, and I'm glad you think that way, Issei. I'm really glad. I see, said the brown-haired boy, smiling, stroking Venelana's hair. I will never leave you or change you, since you are my light that illuminates my dark heart. I don't know what to say, said the nervous brunette. Well, I'm not very poetic, said the brown-haired boy, embarrassed, although for you, I'll start to be. It doesn't matter, if you're with me, Issei is more than enough, said the brunette, smiling. I'm glad, Venelana, said the brown-haired man, smiling, changing to a serious look. Venelana, what will happen if Succubus and Sirzechs find out about us? Revealing. Hyoudou Issei was in his room next to Venelana, who was smiling in his chest after what they did the day before. Seriously, every time I do it with you it makes me go even crazier for you, Venelana, said the brunette, smiling, caressing the brunette's hair. You are now everything to me. I see, said the brunette, smiling. I'm glad. Yes, said the brown-haired man, looking at the ceiling. And by the way, where did you want to go, Venelana? That's true, said Venelana, standing up. We're going to see a friend. And that would be it? The brunette asked, interested. Sona's mother, Sitri, said the brunette, smiling. She is a very trustworthy friend and I want to see her since I haven't been able to go out with her for a while. I see, and what do I have to do with that? The brown-haired man asked, confused. It's very simple, Succubus doesn't like me to go out alone, and whenever I go out I have to have a guard for any reason, and I feel uncomfortable with it since I can't enjoy being with Miria, said the brunette sighing, so this time you will be my guard. I see, said the brown-haired man, understanding, but wouldn't Succubus get suspicious if he saw us together? I assumed you would say that and wear guard armor that would cover your face, said the brunette smiling. I see, if that's what you want, I'll do it, said the brown-haired man smiling. Not everything will be what you want, since you should also have fun and be happy with others. Although you know that I will never get bored with you, said the brunette, hugging him to kiss him. I know, but let's do that, said the brown-haired boy smiling. With that, they both begin to dress, with Issei, apart from wearing his normal outfit, putting on top of it a silver armor which was somewhat different from most of the demon's armor, while Venelana wore her classic white dress. This armor is not like most Venelana, said the brown-haired man looking at his armor. This is one of the highest rank armors are classified being those of the highest ranks, and those in charge of being escorts of the most important high to supreme class, said the brunette smiling. Besides, it looks very good on you, Issei. I see, said the brown-haired man, understanding. Then it's time to go. Yes, but first we'll make a short stop at the mansion, so that Succubus doesn't suspect anything, said the brunette smiling. Saying that, Venolana creates a magic circle around her feet to be transported to the Gremory mansion where Succubus arrived a few seconds later. Venolana, is something wrong? Asked the Redeed looking at his companion. And who is he? He's one of the new guards for our clan, said the brunette smiling, and he'll be my bodyguard today. I see, I heard they would bring new members, but why him? The Redeed asked curiously. I chose him from all the ones there were, Succubus said the serious brunette. But I still can't trust that it's enough to protect you, said the Redeed seriously. Seriously, sometimes you drive me crazy, said the brunette sighing. Then give him a test. And I will, said the serious Redeed, calling a group of 7 guards. If he can beat them and have combat experience he can go. 7 against 1, you really don't trust me anymore, Succubus said the brunette annoyed, but you can do it anyway, right? Issei just nodded and got ready. Go and finish off the new one, said the serious Redeed. The demons heeded Succubus's order and launched themselves at Issei, launching magic attacks that did little damage to the brown-haired boy, forcing him to go on seriously, hitting 3 of them in the face, throwing them against the walls, then kneeing another one in the stomach and grabbing his arms to throw him against another and launching himself at the last 2, ramming them and kicking them in the chest, knocking them out. Are you happy now? The brunette asked seriously. Not yet, said the Redeed seriously. Any demon could not defeat 7 of his same rank, as if it were nothing like him. Are you forgetting Sekiryuutei? He defeated several high-class demons without even having magic, so I don't know why you're so upset, the brunette said, annoyed. You take off your helmet and show your face, said the Redeed seriously. I want to see your face before anything else. Should Issei said nervously in his mind. Doing so has changed the appearance of your face, said Drag. As Succubus Gremory Sama orders, said Issei, taking off his helmet. Leaving the Redeed seriously. Is something wrong? What's your name? The Redeed asked seriously. My name is Arashi, said the serious brown-haired boy. I see, said the Redeed seriously. I see that you have more talent than most of the demons, Arashi-kun. Not at all, I received the same training as the rest of my classmates, said the brunette seriously. I see, Succubus said seriously. I hope you fulfill your mission of protecting my wife Venelana Gremory. That is my mission and I will fulfill it, said the brown-haired man seriously. Even if it costs my life, I will bring her back. I see, I'm counting on you, said the Redeed, slowly withdrawing. By the way, haven't we met before? Not that I remember, sir, said the brown-haired man seriously. I see, Succubus said, smiling. I hope your first mission isn't your last. I see a future in you. Hi, said the brunette seriously, watching Succubus disappear and sighed exhaustedly. I didn't expect him to do that. I know, I didn't even expect it to be like that, said the brunette sighing, but at least he wouldn't suspect, Issei. Hi, said the brown-haired boy putting on his helmet. But that Venolana made another magic circle which sent them to the Sitri mansion where they met a black-haired woman wearing a blue dress which showed off her physique, which rivaled Serafal Leviathan herself, having a serious look like Sona, as well as long hair and a pair of glasses with black frames. Miria spent some time, said the brunette smiling. You're right, Venolana, said the black-haired girl smiling, looking at Issei without knowing who he was. And is he one of your new bodyguards given to you by him? Not at all, Miria, said the brunette smiling. You already know him, he's Issei. What? The black-haired girl said, confused. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miria-san, said Issei, taking off his helmet. It was a pleasure to meet your 2 daughters Sona and Serafal. Seriously, it's you, said the black-haired girl, surprised. You are Hyoudou Issei that my little Serafal and Sona told me about. If that's so, said the brown-haired man smiling, and I see where your daughters got their beauty from. And? I see, said the blushing brunette. Issei, said the brunette smiling, giving him a sniff. Don't flirt with Miria. I'm sorry, the brunette said nervously, but I couldn't help saying it. It doesn't matter anymore, said the brunette, sighing. Miria, let's go to where we always do to chat normally. Very well, I think it's for the best, said the black-haired girl smiling, hiding her blush naturally. The three of them went to what was a small meadow which showed a great beauty of the place with a table in the center where they both sat on the chairs while the chestnut tree remained standing. The two women began talking for several hours, laughing and sharing various things they experienced after the last time they saw each other. So Rias-chan and the others, said the serious black-haired girl. If they also went through that, said the brunette seriously. I see, I didn't expect that, but well, seeing what happened to you, it wasn't surprising, said the black-haired woman sighing. And now him. I'm dating Issei, said the brunette smiling, showing the mark. What? The brunette cried in surprise. What do you like? Are you going out with him? If I already did it with Issei, said the brunette smiling, and he is the best man, how he does it, sighs blushing, is incredible. And? I see, said the blushing brunette looking away. How lucky you are, Venolana, and I hope you are very happy. I am with him, said the brunette smiling, and with him I see my future, and I hope that they never try to separate us. I feel a little jealous, the brunette said, smiling. I see that you're very happy with him, and I really wish you the best of luck, but… What's up? Asked the brunette, looking at Citri. Isn't a dragon supposed to have multiple partners? The black-haired woman asked. So he won't have multiple wives besides you? Yes, I know it can happen, but after what happened, Issei isn't sure about that, said the brunette seriously. For now he's not interested in that, and he only wants to be with me, and I doubt he'll think about having a harem. I see, said the dark-haired woman, going through that, and not just for one but for almost a dozen girls, must be hard. Yes, I also thought that, but for some reason it didn't affect Issei at all. I think that was also what happened to him, the brunette said, but until now I have no idea. Well, that's what matters, isn't it? The brunette asked, smiling. If you're right, that's the only thing that matters now, said the brunette smiling. And how are Seraphil-san and Sona? Well, they are fine. Seraphil is busy with her jobs as Mayu and Sona with the university, and there is still no one who interests her, so she can take the leadership of the clan, said the black-haired girl sighing, but I have to wait until she gets it, and I hope it is soon. Don't put too much pressure on her, Miria, said the brunette smiling, but well, now it doesn't matter, I have to go. Yes, and it was a pleasure talking to you again, said the black-haired woman smiling. I wish you good luck with Issei, and that you are happy. Thank you, Miria, said the brunette, getting up from her chair to disappear in the middle of a magic circle next to Issei. I do, Issei, said the black-haired girl smiling while drinking some tea. I hope you don't leave Venelana or make her suffer. Back with Issei, who was now sitting on the couch taking off his armor. Was it exhausting? Asked the brunette smiling. Not really, but it was strange to use this armor. It felt uncomfortable and foreign to me in every way, said the brown-haired man sighing. But did you like being with Miria-san? That's right, it was relaxing, said the brunette smiling as the brunette finished removing his armor. How about we take a little break? What do you mean by Venelana-sama? Asked the brunette, smiling and interested. I don't know, maybe you know that, said the brunette, hugging him by the neck to kiss him passionately. That. I see, that sounds very interesting, said the brunette, taking Venelana in his arms to her room where he took off her dress to leave her in her underwear. You look beautiful, Venelana. I'm glad you still look at me like that, said the brunette, kissing him to take off his clothes to see how he sits, and she gets on her knees. I'll start. Lemon skipped. Oh. Venelana, I love you, said the agitated brunette. And? Me too, Issei, said the brunette, separating a little to kiss him and hug his neck, but I need more. Whatever Venelana-sama wishes, said the brown-haired man smiling as he continued penetrating her for hours. Meanwhile, in the underworld, in a part unknown to more than 90% of the demons, a large mansion could be seen guarded by hundreds of guards. Inside was the council of the old demons, who had Hyoudou Gremory in front of them, looking at him seriously. Hyoudou Gremory, his wife Venelana Bael, mother of the Mayu Sirzechs Lucifer, and Rias Gremory, will begin to be sought for their sin, said one of the old men seriously. Why? The Redeed asked, confused. Why are you going to lock her up? What did she do that you want to lock her up? She has committed the greatest sin of all, said another of the old men. She did not respect the time given to women to have a loving and sexual relationship. What are they talking about? He asked, confused. Venelana Bael has a sexual and romantic relationship with the Sekiryuutei Hyoudou Issei, and although he is considered a hero, his sin is unforgivable, said another of the old men, annoyed to show images of her having sex with Issei, so it is better that you hand her over or your family will be executed. I understand. I'll do it, Hyoudou said angrily, clenching his fists. If it's to protect Sirzechs and Rias, I'll do it. If the Sekiryuutei tries to intervene when he is about to receive his punishment, you and your son will be the ones to protect us from him, so go and fulfill what you have been ordered by Hyoudou Gremory. Ordered all the elders. Very good advice, I will do it, said Succubus, annoyed having to accept everything. The date and the new lover. Hyoudou Issei was waking up after the passion-filled night he had with his beloved Venelana. When he woke up he could see the brunette who was still asleep hugging him while showing a smile full of happiness, while Issei just smiled when he saw her to hug her and wait for her to wake up. After a few minutes Venelana Bael woke up to see the brunette who only smiled and kissed him with love and passion. Good morning Venelana, said the brunette smiling, caressing her cheek. Good morning Issei, said the brunette, approaching the brunette's chest to put her head there. Last night was the best. I'm glad you think that way Venelana, said the brunette smiling. By the way, today we will do what I told you the day before yesterday, do you remember it? Yes, we had said we would go after I went to see Mecha, said the brunette smiling, so we will have the date today, right? That's right, but first of all, your appearance will have to change a little because if we are here, Rias or someone related to the demons could find out about us, and I don't want anything to happen to you, Venelana, said the brown-haired man seriously. Calm down Issei, said the brunette, kissing him. I understand it a lot and I agree with it and I will do it myself. I will have the appearance that I had a long time ago when I was the same age as Rias. Very well, said the brown-haired boy. But this, Venolana creates a magic circle on her feet which covers her completely, and in a few seconds her hair had changed, becoming a little longer and becoming somewhat familiar to Issei. And what do you think of Issei? Venolana asked, smiling. I think it's perfect, said the brunette, letting out a small laugh. Why are you laughing? Do I look ugly? The brunette asked sadly. Not at all Venolana, you still look very beautiful, it's just that I remembered something I thought the first time I looked at you, and now I see why, said the brunette smiling. And that would be it? I asked, tilting my head. Well, that's simple, when I looked at you I thought you were Ria's sister, and well now I know why I came to think that, said the brown-haired boy smiling. You were very identical at the same age, and that made me laugh. I see, said the brunette, sighing happily. But still, don't think that you will be a replacement since I love you and I wouldn't change you for anything, said the brunette, hugging her. You will not replace anyone and no one will be able to replace you since you are uniquely Venezuelan. Thanks Issei, that makes me happy and more than you think, said the brunette smiling. Well then let's go to the date. Very well Venolana, let's have our first date, said the brunette smiling. But that Issei and Venolana left his residence to spend their first date at Kuoh's shopping center, and after about 2 hours they were both transported by means of a magic circle to one of the beaches that Issei had bought for that precise day, where they had it all to themselves and they spent it relaxing on the sand, as well as a couple of hours of perverted fun for the two of them. While somewhere in the underworld, more specifically in the vicinity of the Sitri clan, where you could see a brunette with long hair as well as a very good body, it was Rias Sitri, the mother of Sona Sitri and Serafol Leviathan, which was in the same place as the day before, drinking tea, while remembering the visit of her best friend, as well as the boy who came to give her a certain interest. Love. Being that when she realized it she decided to quickly deny. Why am I thinking this? The brunette wondered. That guy is Venolana's boyfriend and lover, but why did I feel my heart race when he said those beautiful words to me? Citri said, remembering when Issei told her she was a very beautiful woman, making her blush non-stop since she didn't know if she could really be with that boy. Could I possibly have any chance of being with him? But if Venolana passes, will he hate me? The black-haired woman asked herself again, but we both went through that curse, so could I possibly have any chance? After a few minutes Rias Sitri could see how her youngest daughter, Sona Sitri, was arriving at the place where she was, who had undergone several changes since the time that had passed since Rias and the others went through that curse. Okasama, it's rare to find you here alone, so tell me what's wrong? Asked the black-haired Sona, looking into her eyes. It's rare to find you here, unless you're with Ria's mother. You're right Sona, I've been thinking about a lot of things since yesterday when I spoke with Venolana and I can't stop thinking about it, said the black-haired Rias, sighing. That's because she told you about what happened between Issei and Rias, right? Sona asked. Did Rias tell you about what happened between them? Asked the black-haired Miria. No, she hasn't told me anything and I understand her, but I could see it, she is very distant from Issei, and that love she once had for him no longer exists, said Sona, adjusting her glasses, and I also looked for some reason, since the change in Rias as well as the others was sudden, and it seemed strange to me, so I looked for some reason and investigated, and I was able to find out that it was due to a curse cast by the biblical god, because the demons betrayed him. That's right Sona, that's the reason why Rias, as well as most of the women who loved Issei, left him, Miria said seriously. They suffered that curse, but not only they received it, since Venolana and Succubus did too. What? Sona said, surprised. How long has it been? According to what happened more than 15 years ago, Miria said seriously. Both stopped loving each other and only stayed together to be able to give Rias a normal life, and once she got married, they would leave that false relationship they had maintained in order to find a partner whom they could love completely and without any mishaps. Wow, I never would have expected that, said Sona, surprised. I didn't think Ria's family would go through that. Not just them, Sona said, Miria looking away. Hey, wait, don't tell me that Otu-sama and you. Sona said, surprised, since when? We stopped loving each other several years ago and are only still together because of the council's law. Miria said they forbid us from separating yet and we don't hide our lack of interest at all. I didn't know that Okusama, Sona said, surprised, not knowing what to say. So what were you thinking? I can't hide anything from my daughter, said Miria, sighing. I was thinking about Hyoudou Issei, since he is Venelana's partner, lover. I didn't expect that, Sona said, surprised. And I feel like I fell in love with Issei too, said Miria with a slight smile, but I doubt my love will be reciprocated. Why do you say that, Okusama? Sona asked. Issei suffered for having been left by Rias, or so I suppose, since he is a dragon, said the black-haired Miria, but I see that it has not affected him at all, so I don't know what to do, whether to tell him what I feel or keep that feeling to myself forever. If I were you, I would tell him everything I feel, because if you don't, you may have already lost your chance forever and you will never be able to be by his side, Okusama said Sona seriously, so go and tell Issei everything you feel before it's too late and he closes his heart even though it's only Venelana's. I think you're right, Sona said, Miria smiling. I will tell Hyoudou Issei everything I feel and I hope as much as I wish that he accepts me. Knowing him, I'm sure he will, but I still wish you good luck, Okusama said, Sona smiling. Thank you, Sona, you helped me more than I could have imagined, said Miria, hugging her, but I still can't forget that you have to get a boyfriend to take over the leadership of the clan. DSK, I thought that with it I could make you forget about it, said Sona, annoyed to sigh, but since it doesn't matter, and good luck with Issei, maybe you will help him more than I can think and believe. I'm sorry, but those are the laws of the underworld and you're right about the other stuff, so don't tell anyone about what we talked about, Miria said seriously. No one should know about it, even Sona. I won't say anything, Okusama, I promise. I'll keep absolute silence just for you, said Sona smiling. Thank you, said Miria, creating a magic circle and disappearing from the place. Issei, I hope you make my mother happier than she has ever been in her entire life, said Sona smiling. But Issei, who a couple of minutes ago had returned with Venelana from their trip to the beach, well, she had gone to take a bath and Issei stayed in the living room lying on the sofa resting after everything that had happened. Seriously, Venelana is a great woman, said the brunette smiling. I will never be able to find one who can surpass her. When he said that, a magic circle appeared in the middle of the room, but Issei instantly recognized the magic circle, since he had seen it several times a while ago, and it was from the Sitri clan, but he didn't know the reason why someone from that clan would go see it, so he waited, being that instantly Sona and Seraphal's mother, Miria Sitri, came out, something that left him even more confused. Miria-san, what are you doing here? The brunette asked, confused. If it's because of Venelana, she's taking a bath right now, so she can wait a bit. It's not because of Venelana this time, Issei said, Miria approaching him. I see, then, is there something I can help you with, Miria-san? Asked the brunette, getting up from the sofa. Well, that is, if it's within my reach. Why? Usi Issei and me, said the black-haired girl, blushing and nervous. You? Said the brown-haired boy, trying to figure out what she was going to say. I hope you don't take it the wrong way or as a joke, Miria said, blushing, and I love you. When he said that, Miria Sitri rushed towards the Sekiryuutei to kiss him with love and passion, as well as hug him by the neck, an act that surprised Issei quite a bit, who never expected this from the mother of the male Leviathan, but he still reciprocated and took him by the waist, and they separated a few seconds later. Miria-san, is what you told me real? Said the brunette, still incredulous. Perhaps the reason you love me is because you and Mr. Sitri suffered the same as Venelana and Succubus. That's right, we've also suffered from the curse for a few years now, said the black-haired woman, looking at the ground. We try to hide it, but it's useless since we're so obvious. I see, well, it doesn't matter and I have to accept her feelings, and it will be an honor to have her by my side, said the brown-haired man with a smile, but I still don't know how Venelana will take it. I'll talk to her and I'll have to make her accept that Issei is with you, said Miria smiling. What do you need to talk to me about, Miria? Venelana said from behind them. Venelana, you see, with that Miria told everything to Venelana, who quickly understood the situation and could not refuse anything her best friend asked. So I accept that you are his second and last partner, said Venelana, sighing, and I hope that Issei also makes you as happy as he does me. Thank you, Venelana, Miria said, smiling. Wow, I never thought I would have more than one woman loving me again, said the brunette smiling, but well, I won't ask for anything else. The love triangle relationship. It had been more than 2 months since Miria Sitri had started her love relationship with Hyoudou Issei, and she had already been marked by the brown-haired man, who was very happy to have been marked by the man she fell in love with. Right now the brunette was lying on the brunette's legs as she was resting, completely happy. Are you happy that Issei is by your side? asked the black-haired girl looking at him. Of course Miria, said the brunette smiling, caressing the black-haired girl's cheek. I'm glad to be with you and that you're my second and last woman who will be with me forever. I see, said the black-haired girl smiling, that makes me very happy, Issei. Me too, hearing you say it, Miria, said the brunette smiling. The brunette laughed to bring the brunette's face closer and kiss him with passion and love. I love you a lot, Issei. Me too, said the brown-haired boy smiling, and what do you think if we go for a bath? Sounds good to me, Issei, said the black-haired girl smiling. We should take a bath and maybe something interesting will happen. You are a very perverted woman and I like that, said the brunette smiling as he carried her bridal style and took her to the onsen at Issei's house. Both of them undressed upon entering and took a small shower where there would be more than just that. Seriously, your body is one of the hexiest I've ever seen, Miria, said the brunette smiling at Miria Citri's body. Just seeing you naked makes me want to do it with you until I get you pregnant. If you want to try it, Issei, said the black-haired girl excitedly. Remember that I'm all yours. Lemon skipped. With that, Miria Citri fell exhausted onto the chestnut tree's chest. I think that's enough for today, isn't it? Said the brunette, stroking the black-haired girl's hair. Why yes, said the black-haired girl smiling agitatedly. Now we just have to take a bath to be able to leave, said the brunette carrying the black-haired girl. After a few minutes they both left the onsen, although Miria was completely asleep, being carried in the brunette's arms to her room, where he left her asleep and went out to see Venelana. The next day Hyoudou Issei had to go on a mission given by the Mao Sirzechs Lucifer, something that seemed a bit strange to him, but he had to go. The mission was about eliminating a group of wandering demons of a considerably high level according to the Mao, so he had to say goodbye to Venelana and Miria and leave while both girls. Venelana, and when will you tell Issei about what you already confirmed to me? Asked a brunette looking at her best friend. Issei probably doesn't know yet, said the blushing brunette. It's a surprise and his birthday is coming up, maybe he'll find out from there. Better to tell him now, Venelana, you know he'll find out sooner or later, said the black-haired woman sighing. I won't tell Issei yet that I'm pregnant, said the brunette looking away blushing. Why? He's the father, right? So what's the problem? Asked the brunette. Do you just want to keep him even if you won't have Hex, or do you? Venelana gets nervous because of her friend's question. Are you kidding, right? The brunette asked, surprised, but the brunette denied it, making a vein appear on Citri's head. You're a big pervert who only thinks about bucking the person she loves. And what's the problem with that? I do it with the person I do it with, at least, said the blushing brunette, and about that I think you're right, maybe I'll tell her. That's what you should tell her, Venelana, said the black-haired girl smiling. But I don't know how he will act upon finding out, said the nervous brunette. He will continue to love you, Venelana, there is no doubt about that, said the black-haired woman smiling, but if you are so scared and don't have the courage to tell him, write a letter and leave it on his bed, so when he arrives, we'll see how he reacts. If you're right, it's best for now since I don't have the courage to tell him, said the nervous brunette. Saying that, Venelana writes it down and leaves it on the chestnut tree's bed to return to the living room. But wouldn't it be strange if Issei found that letter and we were here? Asked the brunette. I never thought about it, but what does it matter, we'll go to my territory. Issei must already know where we would go if we weren't here, so I don't see the problem, said the black-haired girl smiling. You're right, Miria, said the brunette smiling, so let's go. When both were going to create a magic circle, another appeared near both women, putting them on alert, and several armored demons came out of it, as well as an old member of the council and Sirzechs Lucifer. What's wrong, Sirzechs? Asked the brunette nervously. Venelana Bael and Miria Citri are both accused of breaking our highest law, said the serious Reed, and sleeping with the Sekiryuutei, Rias Gremory's fiancé, and your own daughter. She doesn't love him anymore, and neither does he. They both broke off that engagement and you never realized it even though you were his brother. Said the brunette angrily. You know that in order to be with another man after separating from your husband, a certain amount of time must pass, and even then you do not respect any of the laws, said the old man, smiling, that deserves a severe punishment. Succubus and I have already ended up a long time after Rias was born, and we were only together so that her could have a normal life even if there was no love between us, said the brunette furiously. You, Miria Citri, are also accused of the same thing, said the old man smiling. You are bucking sons of bitches. Said the furious brunette. Both of them will be taken to the dungeons of the territory of Mao Sirzechs Lucifer, where they will remain for the rest of their lives, until we find a use for them, said the old man smiling. We will never let anyone but Issei touch us. Both of them shouted furiously, throwing a large sphere of demonic power and an Asian water dragon. Both attacks were stopped by the hands of Mao Sirzechs Lucifer, leaving the two women surprised as well as nervous. Now it's my turn, said the Reed, creating a ball of crimson energy which he throws towards the women, destroying the room on the spot and knocking out both women. Splendid work Sirzechs Sama, said the old man smiling. You take the two women and lock them in the dungeons, as well as put anti-magic shackles on them. The guards nodded and they all disappeared. Final chapter: The Fury of the Dragon. Hyoudou Issei was returning to his residence after not having found any demons or anything or anyone in the place that Sirzechs Lucifer had indicated to him. That bastard Sirzechs really crossed the line, said the brunette furiously. He made me waste my damn time going to a place where there was nothing for 13 kilometers. TSK, all that damn time I wasted could have been spent with Venolana and Miria. I agree with you, Issei. I don't know what that Mayu is up to, but if he makes a joke like this again to waste your time, he'll get what he deserves, said Draig furiously. He's using the Sekiryuutei as if it were an object or one of his servants that he can use and discard whenever he wants. You're absolutely right, Draig, so I wouldn't care if he's Venolana's son, but this is bothering me, the brown-haired boy said seriously. Upon entering the house, Issei could see that there was a mess in the living room, which worried him even more when he couldn't find his two girls. Venolana, Miria. Issei shouted furiously, searching at high speed for his two girls. Issei, there are traces of demon auras in the room, and among them is that of Sirzechs Lucifer, said Draig seriously. Those bastards, said the brunette furiously, entering his room. This time I won't forgive them anything, now they've really pissed me off. Saying that, Issei searches through his drawers for some new clothes and finds a black shirt, a red jacket, and black pants. That bastard is going to see what I'm capable of when he messes with a dragon's partners, said the brunette furiously, finding a piece of paper in his pants pockets. Issei read the paper, in which it said about Venolana's pregnancy, something that made Issei even more enraged, causing him to unconsciously burn the paper. Sirzechs, today will be the day you dig your own grave, said the brown-haired boy with his eyes turning red and pupils tearing, because I will make you reach the gates of Hades in thousands of pieces. Saying that, Issei creates a dimensional rift, which he'll learn to do thanks to a few training sessions with the goddess Office Ouroboros, appearing in the territory of Sirzechs Lucifer. Draig, where are Venolana and Miria? The brown-haired man asked seriously and in a spectral voice. In the building 3 kilometers from the castle of the Lucifer. 3,000 high-class guards protected, said Draig seriously. Only 3,000? You underestimate me, said the brown-haired man with a macabre smile. King Dragon Crimson. Roaring Issei made his armor Crimson Cardinal Queen appear, but modified almost entirely and expelling a greater aura, now being much lighter and at the same time resistant, as well as the gems in his eyes were blood red. Jet. When that sounded, Issei surpassed the sound barrier, going at Mach 3, that is, 3704 kilometers, arriving in less than a second, and taking the lives of all the guards in the blink of an eye, who could only feel a slight pain before their lives were cut short forever. Impact boosted Dragon Issei roared, hitting the wall of the building, completely disintegrating it along with the rest of the walls, until they reached their destination. Inside the mansion, everyone was confused as they didn't know what was happening. What the hell is going on? Said one of the council elders as he looked at Venolana and Miria, who had multiple bruises all over their bodies, and he had a whip in his hands. Sirzechs Lucifer, go and protect us. Very well, old man, said the redeed, going towards where the being that was attacking them came from. After all this you will be our breeding machines, said another of the elders, while the rest smiled with lust, wanting to put their hands on the bodies of the two women. It will be fun, Jay. What? As the old man was about to approach the two women behind them, the wall was broken through by two people. Impossible, said the old man, trembling with fear. Everyone saw how the Sirzechs Lucifer was held by the head, bleeding from ear, while he was buried in the wall by a crimson armor, which had 10 times more power than the previous one. The Sekiryuutei, said the old man, completely terrified. Call the guards. It's useless, all those trash are dead, said Issei, completely serious and furious, and you already saw how your great Lucifer is being defeated by the weakest Sekiryuutei, so it would be useless even so. Don't get too carried away just because you're a bucking dragon wielder. One of the elders shouted furiously. No one can stand against us, the strongest demons below the mass. So you're going to mow. When he was about to finish the sentence, the old man was pierced by a laser which forever blinded his life, since that attack came from one of Issei's cannons, which was expelling smoke. That vermin should have kept quiet, said the brown-haired man seriously. And well, who's next? I will not allow it, Hyoudou Issei, said Sirzechs Lucifer, standing in front of the elders, covering his body with a dark red aura of destruction. Even if I have to kill you, I will prevent you from doing something stupid. Make a fool of yourself, Sirzechs always thought you were an idiot, but I didn't think you were that much, said the brown-haired boy seriously, pointing one of his cannons at him, so you better go before I shoot. Don't make me laugh, Hyoudou Issei, you hit me with my guard down, so it's impossible for you to kill me, said Sirzechs seriously. Then die, you damn vermin, Issei shouted, loading his cannons. The day you will die, Hyoudou Issei, said Sirzechs, launching at high speed a sphere of the power of destruction which enveloped Issei in a sphere, causing him increasing damage. It is your end, Hyoudou Issei. Do you think you'll beat me with this? You're far from it, Sirzechs said Issei with a smile, while the energy of the sphere was absorbed by the armor, making it change drastically, creating a small fire tornado. You are very weak, Sirzechs, Lucifer. When he shouted that, the fire tornado dissipated, showing a black armor like night with red flashes, so much that even Sirzechs began to tremble. Impossible. His power doubled, Sirzechs said tremblingly as he slowly stepped back. That doesn't scares you, shouted the oldest member of the council. You only changed your armor a little. That doesn't scares you, we are more powerful, and if Sirzechs Sama almost kills you with his fear of destruction, and you were lucky to get out of this, we will kill you. Shut up, you vermin, Issei said, raising his arm slightly and pointing one of his fingers at him, firing a small laser which made him levitate considerably, causing the old man to start moving in fear. What's wrong with you? Don't move. You see that I'm going to kill you. Saying that, Issei lifts the old man at considerable speed, causing him to go through the ceiling. Enough, Issei. Sirzechs screams desperately. But Issei didn't listen and Sirzechs Sama Ga. The old man's scream was heard, for him to explode into millions of pieces, ending his life quickly and for all eternity. You're damn, Issei. Sirzechs shouted furiously. The Issei laughed slightly, looking at the rest of the elders, opening his hand towards them. No, Issei. Sirzechs said nervously, standing in front of them. Without caring about anything, Issei fired towards where the elders were, and Sirzechs tried to stop the attack, but quickly began to be dragged by the same pole, which he couldn't take anymore, and was thrown to the other side by it, and the attack hit the elders, ending their lives quickly and without leaving any trace. You're a damn monster. Sirzechs shouted furiously, covering himself with his power of destruction as protection. I will kill you for committing murder on innocent people. Innocent, you say? Wow, I'll repeat it again. I knew you were an idiot, stupid, siskin, jerk, lolicanero, homosexual, trap, but an imbecile blinded by a supposed duty to comply with stupid rules. Right, Issei said seriously, so killing those who made the women I love and your own mother suffer is wrong, and what is more, Venelana, for you, a mother or a simple woman who fell in love with another man and was only with your daddy to raise your little sister. She is no longer my mother, she committed a crime and must pay for it, said Sirzechs, seriously launching himself at Issei and hitting him in the face, but only the helmet broke. But Issei showed no signs of having been hurt, but he could also see how Issei's hair had changed, being now black with red strands. What? You call that a hit? Issei asked with a smile. Because this is a real hit. Saying that, Issei hit Sirzechs in the face, sending him through the wall of the place, and sending him so fast that he went through the mountains as if they were paper. I am not finished yet, Sirzechs, Lucifer, Issei shouted euphorically, launching himself at great speed against Sirzechs, without realizing that the two women were beginning to awaken, and their chains had been broken, due to the death of the elders who had created them. You are going to suffer, Sirzechs. Issei shouted to quickly reach Sirzechs, Lucifer, and hit him in the face, causing him to fall. But even with that, Issei followed him again, and kicked him in the stomach, causing Sirzechs to be several meters underground, being pulled out by Issei, who grabs him by the neck, strangling him. Hahaha, the insect didn't last long on me, said Issei, hitting him in the stomach, repeatedly making Sirzechs vomit blood. You are repulsive. Saying that, he stabs Ascalon into his stomach, making Sirzechs scream in pain. Sirzechs screamed in pain, feeling an intense pain that he had never felt in his entire life. Haha, it hurts, right? Haha, Issei laughed, stabbing Sirzechs with his sword several times and knocking him to the ground. It seems like you're about to die, Sirzechs. What does it matter if trash goes back to the trash? Saying that, Issei puts his foot on Sirzechs, Lucifer's head, and begins to press slowly, causing him to scream even more. That keep screaming, your screams give me power. Hahaha, Issei laughed, I think it's your end, Sirzechs. When he said that, several ice daggers hit his leg, but without any effect since they were destroyed on contact, so at the same time Issei removed his foot and could see how in front of him was Grayfia Lucifuge. I will not allow you to kill Sirzechs, Hyoudou Issei, said the silver-haired girl seriously. I will give my life, even my body, if Sirzechs lives. Seriously, I once felt respect for you, Grayfia, but seeing that you protect Sirzechs even when he let them beat his mother and then grape her without him caring about that, Issei said seriously. What are you talking about? The silver-haired girl said, confused and surprised. Oh seriously, I'm hiding this from you, trash, Issei said smiling, making the armor's gloves disappear and standing behind Grayfia to start massaging her breasts. I always wanted to do this, heh. Grayfia, feeling her breasts being massaged by Issei, began to let out involuntary moans. That's what I wanted to hear, so since you asked, I'll make you mine, said Issei smiling, slowly lowering his hand towards the Lucifuge's crotch, which began to tremble. Issei, please don't follow. In the distance you could see how Venelana and Miria flew with difficulty towards Issei, which made Issei quickly open his eyes, making his armor disappear, as well as his irises and pupils returning to normal as he released Grayfia and quickly launched himself towards the two women hugging them. Issei, they both said. I'm sorry Venelana, Miria, it's my fault you went through that, said Issei looking into their eyes. I got even more out of control when I found out that you Venelana were pregnant and I just wanted to kill everyone who hurt you. I'm truly sorry. Issei, said the brunette looking him in the eyes. I'm sorry you had to go through all that because of us. I am to blame for everything. You see, I was blinded by my hatred, and if I had hurt you, said Issei, gritting his teeth to receive a kiss from Venelana Bael, which surprised him. Forget about it Issei, and let's focus on our future, said the brunette, smiling. The three of us and our future child. Good is the best, said Issei, smiling. By the way Issei, why do you have black hair and those red streaks? Miria asked, confused. I guess because I was reborn with the blood and flesh of Great Red, as well as a bit of the power of Office Ouroboros. My hair changed, said the now black-haired man, just as confused as the two women. It suits you well, said the brunette, smiling. Thank you, said the now black-haired Issei, smiling. Grayfia, I'm sorry for what I did wrong. Can you forgive me? I will do it as long as you protect Venelana with your life, said the silver-haired girl seriously. I'll do it, don't worry Grayfia, Issei said, smiling. I'll wait for that, said the silver-haired girl, taking Sirzechs with her. The months passed and Issei married Venelana and Miria, although her former husbands had to accept her die at Issei's hands. In addition, Venelana had Issei's child, although she was also surprised to find that Miria was expecting one, which made Issei happier. And? Let me know in the comments below if you guys want the next part. Also check out my other video that has been shown and left. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video please like and share this video. And have a fantastic day. Bye.